Alright guys, so we are live. I'll be back in a second. Again, I just want to give a little appreciation to the people that, like the drivers, the Amazon drivers, the cashiers. Just a little bit of, you know, just a little bit of where everybody re-enters and stuff like that. My channel is to be the best version of yourself first, then Magic the Gathering. Even though I am sponsored by Wizards, that's the one thing. So we'll be here in a second. And it'll just be another second, guys. Alright guys, so here we are, and sorry for that little delay that you might have had over there, but our first pick right here, so we're going to do the best, we're going to try to get to 5 wins. Alright, so right here, choose odd or even, exile each creature with converted mana cost of the chosen value. That's pretty strong. So is this though, Humble Naturalist, draw a card, or excuse me, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. I've been playing so many different formats, so you can follow me on Twitch if you want to do that. And you can also, again, subscribe on YouTube. I've been giving away codes. I know there's been new subscribers and stuff like that. I'll respond in the comments. So we're just going to take this right here and just put that in a sideboard consideration. Okay, this creature's really good. So your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. So a lot of those black-green Golgari decks where they put stuff in the graveyard, retrieve it, yeah, you get rid of that. So this is a very good pack. Very good pack. I don't know. When it enters the battlefield, put a vigilance counter on a non-human creature. Yeah, I value that, actually. White is so good for me to pass up. I like my white-green. Let's see. This does... Okay, so... This says... If it attacks... Okay, so... This is a really good card. If you're playing in these colors. Which is certainly... Crap. Do I go black green? Choose odd or even. Do I go to the dark side and go with the black green? I'm gonna take the Humble Naturalist. See what we got out of here. I'm gonna take this right here. Removal. So I think we're going to go green-white again. I'm going to keep on pushing green-white. Oh, hey, Raphael. Yeah, we're doing a draft again. Yeah, it's just a late-night draft. I was going to do it earlier, but I'm never on time for anything when it comes to... Life's so crazy outside of... Alright, so right here. Guys, I'll be responding to your comments. I know I dropped, like, 2 videos. I just haven't been able to get anything. Alright, so let's see here. This one right here is whenever this creature mutates, other creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. I mean, that's pretty good, but you have to use it for its mutate cost and the colors that we're gonna play. I'm gonna get this when a creature mutates. Yeah, I like green and white. I just like how it interacts with this. Let's see. So we'll take that, give +2/+2. There's nothing... Well, we'll take a land right here. We'll take Fully Grown, gives +3/+3. Okay, so Solid Footing. So I had a Vigilance deck. It's on my... It's on Twitch. And... Literally, our whole deck was like Vigilance, and it worked out pretty well. It was just kind of weird. So I'm going to take Solid Footing just in case we do the same thing. And we're going to see what we have right here. Okay, fully grown. We'll take it. And I might dive into another color with the first pack and see what the second pack gets. Because green and white, is in Ikoria, it's good. It's very synergistic. But honestly, blue-white's even well. Because you have all the flying in blue-white. So that it's very blue. Blue-white's also a color. A lot of people play 3 colors, though, in this format. Let's see here. You know what? Okay, so Plummet's going to be something that we probably consider. It'd be nice if these were best of 3s. Because we can actually, like, use a sideboard. Alright. Well, just in case we go with blue. So this thing's pretty cool. This thing's actually devastating limited. Whenever this thing attacks, another target creature can't be blocked. So just in case we hop into blue. Probably won't, but just saying. And then tomorrow I should be doing the booster box opening of Ikoria. And it's going to have the, there's a box topper that comes in those. And then there's also that promo Godzilla. Yeah, we're just going to take Anticipate. And we're going to get a land. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. What's our rare B? Oh, man. It's black. Destroy target non-permanent. Okay, so that's a really good removal spell. And again, look at our first removal that we have. Extinct. So I probably should have went black. I'm just too stubborn. Man. I'm not going to lie. In real life, I would rare draft that. I would just take it. Like. But we're going to go with this. Auspicious Sterix. That's the play with our colors. That's the play that you go with. Oh yeah, pacifism all day. Put some pacifiers on them. Another Auspicious Sterix. Again in real life. I'm not gonna lie, but no. Let's take another one of these. So what this thing does, Auspicious Sterix, besides you have good alternative art, is this: whenever it mutates, you exile the top cards of your library, and you exile X permanents where X is the number of times the creature mutated, and put those cards on the battlefield. So it's just like, see, blue and white works really well with each other, because when this enters the battlefield, you put a flying counter on target non-human, and you tap it for 3, put a +1/+1 each creature with flying. So like, it's very synergistic. Blue-white is probably more synergistic than what I'm doing with white, to be honest. Tap target creature. Let's just go with this. Yeah, so do I. Yeah, hopefully I get some of those good lands. Oh, this is my favorite one. Volpeat. This is my favorite mutating common for limited. Whenever for 3, you give a creature flying and gets +1/+1. There's no question. I'm not even looking at any other cards. I don't care. Okay. Whenever this card mutates. Yeah, so this kind of like shuffles out the land in your deck. We can also just go like this too, just mana fix even better. But I'm going to pick this creature. It kind of flushes out land out of your deck. So right now we're very creature heavy. Well, out of 15 cards, 9 are creatures. And consider one of our cards as land, so... Yeah, right now, the expected value of... here's the thing. Everybody's freaking out over the Lair of Behemoths expected value when they open up the... Like, right now, I think it's like at $70. So, if you spend 100 on a booster box, or like, say, 90... but we saw the same thing pretty much with Aldrain, and that changed. Theros, the same thing. So, I think everything is going to go up, and everything's wonky right now. And if I keep on talking, they're going to pick for me. This thing's annoying in a flash deck. Gosh, this thing's annoying. Okay, yeah, so I do have to pick. Yeah, we'll take that. Okay, what did I take? Ram through. Target creature deals it. Okay. You know what? We're going to take a bushwag. Almighty oh, we're taking that guy. Yep. I think when I see him, I just pick him. Flying is such a premium in limited. It's all about creature removal, big creatures, and just that's it. And the worst thing experience you can have is when you like mutate a creature to death and they just like kill it. That's our pacifism. It's just like that's the one thing that's thing. So obviously we're just waiting for our opponents. So obviously our opponent that's passing us, they don't like white because we're getting a lot of that. This thing's really weird. So it says if non-combat damage would be dealt to it, prevent that damage. Like who would want to deal any damage to a 1/3? It's kind of like a wonky, weird card. But it is a flyer. You can mutate it, and so we'll pick it. Why not? We'll put that in the sideboard. And as I just said, our opponent probably passes blue-white. Okay, this is kind of playable, I guess. Not bad. Adventurous Impulse. I actually might mainboard that. Let's get that out, though. Ooh, this guy. So, Companion. No card in your starting deck has more... Okay, so that's hard to pull off. But, yeah, it's a 5/5 for 5. Let's just... I'm probably going to take it. What? The computer has us taking this? For an auto pick? We're not even in those colors. Yeah, be careful, guys, with the auto picks, because... Okay. This card is so good in limited. Basically, you pay 1, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it on the battlefield. If not, put it in your hand. Basically, it's like draw a card. Basically, pretty much. Tap target creature. How many creatures do we have? We have 13. Our last pack. I want one more ramp spell and that's it. Alright. Whenever you cycle a card, tap target creature an opponent controls. This is the problem with running green-white. Is that the creatures aren't that powerful. Like the mutate's really good. But you can get stuck how I am. Like, kind of like going, okay, we need creatures. We don't have that much cycling in the deck, so an almighty bushwag. Eek. Okay, this thing is a beast. It's a 9/9, or excuse me, 11/11. So this is what people typically cheat out of their decks when they're playing the Golgari colors. They'll kind of like cheat this out, throw it in the graveyard and cheat it out. When you cycle this, put a trample counter. Can you get to 9? I mean, okay, so a human. So how many humans do we have? We have 2 humans, so this is not good. Yeah, that thing's just too big. You can't get the 9. Yeah, I agree. We gotta take that pick. This thing's just... I'm surprised in somebody hasn't broke this yet. So basically what this is, if you cycle a card and you cycle the same card twice in a game, you like literally you exile a card. You exile cards so you find the card. So if you cycle a card, you cycle a card again, you'll fetch through your deck until you get that card and put it on the battlefield. So like think about that 8/8 haster that you can cycle for 2. Okay, if I keep on talking, they're gonna pick for us. So let's pick a flyer. Nope. Why did they have us taking red? All right. Ooh. We're getting to that point. Let's see. Well, he's a big curve. I guess we could mutate a 1/1. Yeah, we're gonna take that 2/4. Boy, how many creatures do we have? 19. Okay, so we're... How many impulses are we gonna have? Just keep on grabbing these things. Maybe. If we can get... Okay, we have 2 solid footing, so yeah. So when you have... Again, when you have a vigilance creature, solid footing gives it +1/+1, and its power... Or excuse me, its toughness deals damage rather than its power. So, yeah. We had a vigilance deck like that on Twitch. It's crazy. Alright, we'll take that. Alright. And of course, since my collection's already really heavy, I'm always going to get this. So basically, if you draft a card where you have more than 4 rares or 4 mythics, you know there's no trade value on MTG Arena. There is on MTG Online. So there's MTG Online, which is like basically for modern legacy players. And then MTG Arena is basically for standard and I guess, you know, historic. They're adding more to historic. So you get 20 gems. You're going to see that all the time in my drafts because just how my collection's built up already, so it's not really going to matter. Okay, so this, we have a lot to pick from here. Because we have 2 solid footings, so yeah, we're going to have pretty big bodies. We have a lot of... I'm going to get rid of an Almighty Bushwhack, just tell you that right now. So Adamana, you know, it's pretty good. Ram through. Whenever it attacks other humans you control, we don't have many humans. Oh, we have 4. My bad. Fully grown. So we have 2 buffers. So we only have 2 removal. We have Blade Banish. Target human. Where's our humans at? Target human. Where's our humans at? You see this? A human soldier, that's 1. Okay, that's 2. That's 3. Okay, so yeah, I guess we do have like a human thing. When this enters the battlefield, target human you control gets +2/+2. It's a 3/4 flyer. Okay, so we have to remove something here. We have to remove a lot. How many creatures? Yeah, I think Bushwhack can just go. Man, hate to see the Bushwhacker go. I think we can board in that guy. But we do need to get rid of something here. Ram through, target creature deals damage equal to its power. That's a pretty good card. But we don't have trample in here, and we're going to get rid of it. We need some room here. We need to get rid of 3 more cards. This guy we're going to leave in because he's just a 5/5 for 5, and he can just really just ramp you. These are some tough cuts. I mean, he's a 1/3 flyer. I can't keep on cutting creatures. The lowest I want to go is creatures is 17. Pacifism's fine. Solid footing, we'd want that. Alright, so... Our curb's only 5, though. I don't think we need 17 land in this deck. Our highest is 5 or 3.2. I mean... If I had to make a cut, it'd have to be in the green color. think we can cut a force out of here. So we just need 2 more to go. Eesh. I think he's the guy that can go. And we got to get rid of... Actually, let me reverse that. He's going to come in. All right, I'm sorry, guys, it's taking so long. This one little cut, and it's just so hard to cut. I really want 17 creatures. I don't want to go below that. I can't get rid of a Blade Banish. You know what? Let's go down to 16. Let me get rid of this thing. No, let's just go ahead and do that. Alright, well, let's wing it. Oh, that was fast. Alright. So look, we're both scrubs. We don't have sleeves on either of our decks. I have a lot of sleeves, I just don't use them. Like digital stuff. Alright. So, yeah, we'll keep this. But yeah, I can't believe M21's already creeping up on us. So far, scheduled to release. It's somewhere between June 25th and July 3rd. And I don't know if that's going to get pushed back or not. Doesn't it feel like M20 was like 3 years ago? Gosh, M20, it wasn't even like, it was like 10 months ago. Okay, so, roll this around. Double blue, what could go wrong? And a cycling. You know what's so crazy? Little cards like this, had they came out, if this was out, like, if this card was printed, oh, great. A cycling deck. Fantastic. Just what I wanted to see. No, let's roll him out. Our little human. One of 3 humans. But, like, if we grab a card like this, make a creature a 4/4, cycle 1, instant speed. If you were to do this, say 15 years ago, this thing would have been maybe a bulk rare. It's so crazy. Alright, so bring that guy out. And we're just going to slide up in there, slide right up in there and hit him for 1. Yep. Just 1. Oh yeah. Look at that naturalist go. He's humble. You know what I mean? He only hits you for 1. He's humble. Alright. So he evolving wild. Typically if they have evolving wilds, they're playing with 3 colors. That's what I've typically noticed. Whenever you cycle a card, deals 1 damage to... Yeah, so he's cycling deck, sure. Alright. Okay, my turn. Right. Drop. That down. Oh, it's mutate 6. Crap. You know what? Oh yeah, look at that naturalist. Oh yeah. He's gonna get in there. Yep. Oh yeah. He's causing... I'm just joking. That's actually sad if our humble naturalist is the only thing that does damage. That's gonna be... That's not a good sign. It's not a good thing there. And the fact that our opponent's just sitting there, yeah, I mean, why not? So, it's a 3/3. Target creature can't block this turn if they pay 1. And then basically abilities you activate that aren't mana abilities cost 2 less to activate. This can't be reduced, so yeah, I mean, why not, right? Well, so this will get +1/+1. So here's the thing: do we have to mutate a non-human creature? So let's do that. I'm gonna roll the dice and put everything on one creature. If he kills this creature, we're screwed. Over. Yep, and since it mutated twice, we'll look at the top 2, put something into play. Okay, a land. Becomes an 8/8 creature. So hopefully he doesn't, like, lynx it where... Because blue has a lot of spells where it forces a creature not to untap. So I don't want to... We're riding everything on this. So this thing's annoying. Whenever you cycle, it gets +2/+0 till end of turn. So that it's a sneakily good card. It's whenever you cycle a card. It's not like on each turn. It's every single time they cycle a card. So if they cycle 3 times, it gets +6/+0. So it's a really good card. Yep. This is our only hope. I mean, we do have other creatures. They're just not coming. We got a lot of land. That's for sure. And that's actually a really smart play. Because this thing is just crazy. This thing, if he sits back with enough spells in his hand, he could kill this. Because it's got first strike. So we could, if we make this fly. Yeah, like that. Just cycle. Because his whole deck's got to be cycle. You know it is. Okay. Alright. Well, we're 1-0. Again, a couple days ago, we won 3-0, then the computer, the MTG Arena server crashed, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. Alright. Alright, so we're off to try to go 2-0. Alright. Not bad. Whenever a creature mutates, you get +1. It gives a +1/+1 counter, gain 2 life. All about that life. All right. Oh, we got our big guy right there. (3/1). I'm not a big fan of the 3/1. It just seems like toughness is more valuable than power at this point. Notice how a lot of cards are printed. I remember in Revised, Savannah Lions, it's a 2/1 for a 1 mana. Alright, well, when you make it fly, you know, that's pretty good. He has our same idea. Hey. Well. Look at that. Oh, the vigilance theme. This is where, let's see, if I block, you can still tap it. So this is where no attacks. And turn. You're saying, why am I doing that? Because we can give one of our creatures flying and block and kill that. If in response he doesn't have anything else. I imagine he's going to attack with these both. And that's going to be very interesting because, yeah. I was going to say, we could double block this to kill it. But he could have easily something else in his hand just like this. So what I'm going to do to see if he has anything is I'm going to actually come out first and see if he responds to anything else, so then we can adjust how we're going to block. Because if I block and then do this, I should, actually, you know what, I should adjust my block. That was a big mistake. Okay, I just made a big error right there. Yeah, because he can just tap it. I kind of forgot about that. Ooch. So that just hurt really big time. Yeah, that was a big mistake. That might have cost us the game right there. If we're gonna die, at least want to do some damage, you know? Like, just something. All right. Whenever another human attacks, other humans you control, which he has none, they're all cats. Yep. Alright, so I don't know if our opponent is sitting there going, how do I want to kill him? Or, alright, tap that. Attack for 3. And I know what he's thinking. He's swinging next turn. But this creature, okay, it's like vigilance. Yeah. So, my mistake was really huge. It was a big one. Yeah, we can't win this one. He's just going to tap this down and swing for 3 next turn. So we'll still give this vigilance, but it's not going to matter. Like, literally all he has to do is just tap this creature. Now, if we're going to die, we'll have a humble naturalist on the battlefield. How about that? I made a big mistake. And that seems to be costly, because this would have been dead earlier. I made a big mistake. Alright, he's just chilling. All he has to do is pay 1, tap, and attack. I'm at 3. He's got a 3/1 flyer. All he has to do is tap this creature, tap that, and you swing for 3. Yeah, so just tap that. Yeah, just tap that. Yeah, that's the game. I don't know how, it's not like I have reach or anything. Alright. I should probably stop giving tips out, because watch, I'll have like one of my opponents on a live stream like, oh yeah, just tell me how to kill you. Alright, so we're 1-1. Typically to go to 5-3, typically to go 5-3, you need to go 3-1. That's typically like what I've seen. You need to go 3-1. So, okay. This hand here. Nah, not today. Yeah, we're gonna keep 1/1 white human. I mean, you can mutate a human, a 1/1 into something big. We do have a 5/5, which is humongous. But we only have 2 mana. That's got to go. Alright, Adventurous Impulse. Are we playing like another... Okay, we're not. And we're not getting mana, so that hurts. Yep. 2/4. Oh, that hurts really bad. I mean, if he's got a spell that makes it bigger, just rip it out of his hand. Just get it over with. Give it +3/+3 and trample. Nope. It's a 4/4. Alright, so if we don't get mana, yeah. Yikes. So, it was a 120% chance for us to get land. It was 120%. And, we didn't get it, so I imagine we'd have to get land on the next turn. Like, just out of just... Are you kidding? Wow. I'm going to have to use a pacifism on a moss coat Goriak. Seriously? Ouch. Yeah, we're 5 lands to 2. I mean, it's... Wow. Okay, we can actually play with our deck now. All right. I'm surprised we're still even in this game. I mean, we're... Yeah. I had a pacify, put a little pacifier on a moss coat. Yeah, that's pretty good. So it gets a +1/+1 for each creature in the graveyard. And then you can sacrifice another creature, search your library for a creature card with confirmed mana cost X or less, and then put it on the battlefield. He's attacking with a 2/4. If he has something in his hand, does he have like another one of those make it a 4/4 things in his hand? You know what? Let's... Yeah, let's find out. Yeah, it was just a bluff. Alright, so... Non-human... Yeah, let's take some land out. We need to get some land out. Over. I know it's a 1/2, but we need to get some land. Rip it right out of here. Alright, Evolving Wilds. Alright, so what are the 2 cards in his hand? I mean, he can cast anything that he wants. Alright, he's going to sacrifice that creature. Great, pay 7. Look at the top 5 cards of the library. Put a non-human creature on the battlefield. Alright. Ooh, for later. Alright, so what I'm going to do here... It's a goat. I have to mutate a non-human. Target a non-human. That's a problem. Okay, so we gotta get the humans out of here. Path, no attacks. Raphael, so is the deal for 7? No, that was just like a one-time thing. All right, our turn. I go. Alright, so we get our land. Everything's non-human, so maybe get rid of the humans out of this deck. Target non-human. This is only non-human. It's strange. Like I said, we have this bird. This is gonna be really weird. Drop this down. We're gonna give a 1/3 bird vigilance. That's gonna be our attacker. Yeah, let's kind of just press them. Alright. And here's the thing. He can just block and sack. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to waste our 3/3 on this one. I'm just going to kind of put that on him. And he could just sacrifice it, really, in response. And it's still declared a blocker, so it'll still block it. Or you can just do that. Look at the top 7 cards. Look at the top 5 cards. Just put a creature on the board. He had a really good draft. I mean, just look at that. Oh yeah, Raphael, I've seen that. Yeah, somebody commented that they they got a the Sharknado. Yeah, the shark. Yeah. Did you try to use the code? All right. We have a human. I can make him to a 2/4 flyer. Whenever it mutates, it gets +1/+1. So I can bring him out, mutate a creature. Every creature that mutate gets +1/+1. Okay, so let me do one thing first here. Let me get rid of this guy. He needs to go. No attacks. Oh, okay, Raphael. Yeah. Sometimes those codes can be used by like 3 people, and sometimes they can only be used by 1 person. So I didn't know if that. If you just had any luck with that. Right. So if I mutate... So what can I mutate? A non-human... Alright, so... I get +1/+1. And another +1/+1. Wait, this has vigilance to it. So let's mutate this. I'll get +2/+2. And enchant creature gets -2, -0, and loses all of its abilities. Great. Fantastic. It's just an 0/3 brick. Alright. We are staying alive. Put +1/+1 counter on each creature with vigilance. So he's got vigilance. This bushwhack can get huge. +6/+6. Or plus, yeah, so this can become a 7/7 bushwhack. He's got so much mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11. This bushwagger can become a 7/7. Alright, let him ramp it up. He's gonna have to ramp it up again. Yep. Swap, deal. Ooh, he really wants to kill me. Block. Well, when you have the benefit of tapping 7 and grabbing a card off the top of your library, putting it onto the battlefield, it's a pretty comfortable feeling. Yep. A non-human creature. Nothing. Alright, the blockers. The damage. We're gonna give them +1/+1. And we're gonna gain a life. Oh no. And he doesn't have reach. Good game. Oh. Yeah, so green and white, it's not doing me too many favors, is it? Alright, so we're down 1-2. Alright. Alright, we can do this. Alright. A 1/4. Zero strike. Attack for 1. So yeah, hopefully we won't get mana hosed. Like that card. So at the beginning of your end step, whenever you have a creature with vigilance, you gain 1 life. So for each creature, I should say. We're gonna mutate this. What? That's interesting. Put it over. Alright, gains the life. All about that life. Slide up in there for 4. Drop another one of these right here as a symbiote. So now if we mutate a creature, we get +2. It gets +2/+2, and then we gain 2 life. Alright. But again, our mana. Just, he's going to give that reach. Vigilance? Okay. Oh, we just don't have the mana. Okay. Yikes. So that's back-to-back games. Alright, he's got to give that reach, right? No vigilance. So he'll gain 3 life, and we can't cast... Okay, there we go. So really, he's only going to lose 1 life, and then we're just going to hard cast this guy. I think that fixed our mana problem. Yeah, add every 1 color mana. Oh, look at this. So he's going to gain 2 life for each vigilance counter, so he's gonna just gain a lot of life. All about that life. Alright. We are going to mutate this guy, because he's our flyer. Put a 6/6 over it. So, look at this thing. Yeah, that's a lot. Look at this thing. 11/11. What is this? An 11/11, 5+1+ counters, mutate. He's up to 16 though. He's gonna gain 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna gain 8 life each turn. So it's not like we're. I can mutate this guy again. All right. You know what? I cannot believe I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna mutate him again. Wait. I want to put him under. Oh, pacifism. Attach pacifism to that 3/5. Yeah, what we're doing is kind of crazy right now. And then we're gonna make this. Look at this little guy go. 16 damage exactly. Wow. That was crazy. So when this deck gets mana, it's running in, you know, it runs well. As most decks, right? I mean, I wouldn't think we would need more than 16 because realistically, our highest casting is 5. And we do have the Humble Naturalist in the deck, so, I mean, equivalently, this is equivalent to 24 cards in a 60-card deck and having a mana producer. And if your curve was 5, I mean, you wouldn't put 25 land in your deck, or 26. My thing is if I put a land in here and then we just get flooded. Because 17 is usually the highest you want to go. 15's the lowest. 16's typically the... That's 40% of your deck is 16. So I just... And I can't pull out a creature because we have 16 of them. Can't take out a pacifism. I mean, I guess I could take out a solid footing at a land. What I'm nervous of, I do that, and then we just get nothing but land. That's my thing. What are we curved at? We're only curved at 3.1. That's low for Ikoria. I mean, that's really low. It's a low curb. So, if I was playing in real life, I don't touch this. I don't touch this at all in real life. His mutate is 6, though. Yeah, I'm gonna make this. I might suffer from this adjustment. I'm gonna take out one. I can't take out a creature. I'm going to do it, and then I'm gonna nick in a plane. I'm just gonna go. And they'll probably put in a planes. Yeah, they did. But, like, I'm not saying this is the smartest thing you could ever do. But we were kind of lucky in the sense that that last game we got mana, like we top decked mana on turn 4, so it's just, yeah. Alright, so we'll keep that in. Gain that life. Alright. Let's bring this guy out of 1/3. What's good about the 1/3 is that you can mutate him and make him bigger. Any flyer, really. Ouch. This guy's really good. So, at the beginning of combat, choose a number at random that Crystalline Giant will get. Flying, first strike, death, touch, hex, everything. Okay. He's got trample. Yeah, Raphael, so that code was only used for one-time usage. That particular one, the Sharknado guy. Ooh, trample. Oh, trample reach. Okay. Almighty Bushwagger. We can pretend, like, we can attack and pretend like, let's see. You know what I can do right here? Is put him in an awkward position. To damage. Crap. Well, let's give him +2/+2, make him a flyer. And then we could do this. See how our deck functions when we get land? It's just a good deck, but this thing, okay, it's got flying, trample, reach, Bushwhack and get +3/+3, but he's got 5 cards in hand, and he's playing 3 different colors, so. Okay, so he's gonna tap that to attack, smack us for 3. And I'm going to guess he's going to give that reach. And my guess was good. Alright, so... Again, look at the Oshbear Sterix just taking over the game. Definitely over. We get a land, and we all attack him for 6. We don't want this getting death touch. Yep. Banish, blade banish. First strike. Alright. Attack for 3. Yeah, it's got first strike, so we're taking that all day. Alright, land. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. That if I added a land... Crap. So let's see here. He's got a 3/3. This will get another counter. So eventually it's gonna get lifelink or death touch. It's gonna get it. Yeah, it got death touch. Trample, reach, flying, first strike, death touch. 3 to the face, because we're not blocking that thing. Alright. Yeah, so this will be the last time I'm drafting green-white. Unless a miracle happens. We did go 5 and 3 with green-white. It's just on 2 separate videos. Alright. 3, 4. Oh, another one of these. Okay, so... Well, give flying to this, it becomes a 3/5. Under. Does become a 3/5. It's got reach, that 3/5 reacher. I'm trying to save him, so if we get a big creature, we can just fly it over. But this thing's going to have every counter possible. Since I already got trample, reach, flying, first strike, death touch. If I'm him, I'm just sitting back going, why not attack with it every turn? The bushwag. Bushwag getting swag. It's 3/4 flying trample bushwagger. It's got lifelink now. And he can give this +3/+3 and trample. I think we're in trouble. I think this is going to be a loss. I think it's going to be an L. Because he can give this +3/+3. So that'd be 6, 9 damage coming through. This thing's got first strike, death touch. We can't deal 7 of that. We can't take 9 either. Yeah, and then I'm surprised he didn't give this +4, +3/+3 with 4, because he's got 4 mana. But I don't know what he has in his hand. Yeah, the flying bushwag. Yeah, Raphael. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. Oh, Death Oasis. Yeah, so let's just. In a land, see, that's the thing. That's what's so weird about Arena, and it's just like in real life. Like I said, it's exactly what I said. It's like we just got flooded. I remember I said right before, I said if we add a land, I am so scared that one little land will trigger everything. And that so, but we were getting we literally lost we lost a match because we didn't get land, and then we almost lost the match because we didn't get land. So it's just it's so sensitive, but mathematically 16 land was right for the deck, but we were struggling, so then we get flooded. So this is like really... But the flying bushwhack, so we're just going to have to bring him out. And we're not going to quit. Listen, if you get a flying bushwag, you deserve to attack with it and ramp. Hopefully he does the right thing to a bushwag, though, and he +3s it. Okay? I mean, what is the opportunity you have a flying bushwag and you don't give it trample? Like it matters. We're blocking like it matters. Oops. He's got menace. Just trample the bushwag. Just do it. Yes. Good game. Ugh. Well, that went poorly. What do we go, 2-3? Yeah. And there's a you see the difference between going 2 wins and 3 wins? 250 gem to 1,000 gems. That's the thing. There's the separation gap gets less and less and less. That's the biggest jump, is 2 to 3. The average person is 3 and 3. All right, so we get our 250 gems. Let's see what we get in the booster packs. And my vault progress, 439 point. My goal is to get 1,000% vault progress. No reason. Ooh. Okay, that was really good. Could have used her or him, or if it self-identifies as a falcon or hawk, I don't know. All right, so a land. Hopefully I get that in my booster box. You know what, though? I don't play Jizaki. I don't play with fires. I traded away all my Cavalier Flames. I have a friend that plays Jizaki, and I'm like, yep. I kept my Kenrith, though, because I think Kenrith in the long term is going to be really good here. And we'll just do another booster, and then... And that's how you build your collection pretty quickly, too, is that I don't think people understand your rewards that you get. So every 6 booster packs that you open, you get a rare wild card. And I don't think people realize this. When you draft, it doesn't count towards your reward. Only when you open up booster packs. So I have like an hour-and-a-half video where I open up 150. If you go on my channel and type in 50 booster packs or something like that, I open up 50 booster packs on MTG Arena of Ikoria. And in an hour and a half, I not only open up the packs, but I go into detail how to build a collection quickly. And one of my strategies is staying away from draft and actually opening up booster packs, despite how many draft videos I'm making. But that's really how you add it, because for every 6 that you open, you get a rare wild card. And then you can go and get what rare you want. For every 30, you get a mythic rare wild card. And just like that, too, you can't do this in draft. So you just saw that I opened up a mythic rare wild card. In draft, you can't do that. So opening up booster packs is a premium. It's just that important if you want to go from drafting to collection inside MTG Arena. So, yeah. So we saw that there, and I'll open up one more for the home stretch here. Those are some good packs. I hope in real life I get it that good. Alright, when this creature mutates, you may cast target non-creature spell with covering cost 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. Oh, okay, yeah, I have those. Alright, what time is it? It's 2:11 already? But yeah, so that's how you build your collection up like that. and you can do it relatively quickly. Yeah, I feel you, Raphael. The gold for drafting, it's pretty. Yeah, I mean, to enter the draft that I drafted in. So there's two different types of draft that you can do. Let's ET phone home here. So you can do the PREMEIR, which is what I'm doing, and you draft with live players. So so you don't have that like robot draft, if you know what I'm talking about. Then you have the traditional draft. Okay, it's also okay. They upgraded it, so among the updates they've done, they've updated this as well. So yeah, I mean, I kind of feel you. It's 1,500 gems and it's 10,000 gold, and that's the rough part. I would probably say most people to build. So I would save gems for drafting and gold for opening up booster packs. If it were me, if I'm like limited to like if I have to like that's how I started off. Yeah, Raphael, it's yeah, so it's so yeah, so to yeah, I opened up 50 booster packs, and you could I forget like how many so you saw that mythic wild card that I opened just in that booster pack. I think that happened twice out of 50 booster packs, and then I think I opened like 2 rare ones, and then on top of it, you get all those rewards. So like if you're completing a task each day, you're completing your task. So roughly how it works out, if you're completing a task, you're roughly going to get about 750 gold per day, right? So that means if you play, say, four days a week, I'm just going to say, like, we'll just round it off, you're going to get about 3,000 gold per week. And so, to me, instead of spending that on draft, you want to open up 3 booster packs. Because, again, for every 6 that you open, you get a free rare wild card. And, unless you're really, really... And some people, you might hear some people complain. I don't watch other YouTubers, quite frankly. I've watched very few YouTubers. I watch, like, Gordon Ramsay. But, that's why I'm kind of wonky with my YouTube videos. I only watch a handful of people, but if anybody tells you that they're just a really great drafter, that they win 5 or 6 wins all the time, that's false. The average across the board, it doesn't matter what your rank is, how long you've played the game, it's 3 and 3. That's the average. So if you go 4 wins, you're above average. If you hit 5 wins in a draft, that's really good. 6, 7. If you want to really see the draft, if you really want to see, you'd have to go all the way back to when my audio is kind of wonky, because now I'm on my 3rd computer, and my setup is getting a lot better. But, like, the computer I have now is, like, it's really good. It's, like I said, it's an equivalent to almost, like I said, like the i9 that, is in Intel. So that's how I was able to live stream from like 4 different places and stuff like that. It's like really weird, but like getting to know your computer. But anyway, for you want to go back to M20. I do drafts in M20. They're going to be the quality is going to be a lot less. But I feel like for people that are beginning or just starting drafting, I believe that's a very good video to go to. I went 7-1 in a draft, 7-2. Like M20 was just such. The drafts are just so easy for me, and you can see the way that I play. You might want to look at those, but yeah, definitely. I have a video, Raphael, where it's recent. When Ikoria first opened, I did 50 booster packs on MTG Arena. And it's an hour and a half. It's lengthy, but it's in detail. All my videos are pretty much detail. I don't think I can make a video that's 5 minutes. Like even today, when I released the gold video and I gave out an arena card, I can't possibly make a 5-minute video because in one video I'll talk about 3 topics or 2 topics, and the title doesn't really give credit to the video that I make. And it's just so hard because I don't want to be one of those people that pump out a video every day just so they can get views and subscribers on YouTube, but their quality is like not that good. So like with each video that I pump out, I kind of like to get detailed with it. So that's kind of like a problem that I have. And sometimes people don't watch the entire video because they'll only watch what the title says. And so they miss out on some of the other things that are in the videos themselves. So that's the thing. So yeah, so that one video that has 50 booster pack openings, I go into detail how to build your collection, I guess. If that makes sense. And then I'll just open up this final booster pack. Why not? And you see how I got that rare wild card, just like that? And then another 6, I'll get a mythic. So it's all opening up the booster packs. Yeah. And that's kind of how you build your collection. And so yeah, if you're going after the gold every week, like doing your I guess it's not there now, right? It's gone. But say you get about 3,000 gold a week, I would try to realistically, in my humble opinion, is spend your money on opening up booster packs, because that way you get the rewards. And then you can get the rare that you want, or the mythic. You know, if you open up 30 booster packs, you get the mythic rare. And that adds up. You know, if you open up 3 booster packs a week, plus understand your mastery, you know, you're going to go through these, a couple booster packs, you know, maybe 2 booster packs a week in your mastery pass. So that's 5 booster packs a week you're opening. So pretty much almost every week, you're tying into your reward over here. That's just my way of doing that. Unless you're incredibly good and lucky in a particular set at drafting. Like M20, I pretty much had 5 wins every time I drafted. And that's rare. And I'll even tell you that's rare. But that's what I was able to do in M20. Yeah, for timestamps, what I like to do is I put them in the comments. There's no way for, sometimes at the beginning of a video, there's certain videos I'll have like a text timestamp, you know what I mean? Like I'll tell people to do that. But a lot of times what I find is that even if you do that, people will pass that over. So like say, for a great example, if you know how we're talking right now about building your collection? Even if I were to upload this video and put at the end of the video, like, this is how you build a collection, or this is how you can go from drafting to constructed play, it's more probable than not that people are just going to focus on the draft, because that's what it's going to be. It's just the way it is. And so sometimes, like I said, my videos, sometimes you want to watch them, the stretch of them, because I kind of hammered in. But yeah, it does make sense. That's how you build your collection. And also, let me just not forget too, the uncommon wild cards that you get. For every 6 booster packs you open, you also get an uncommon wild card as well. So if you're playing 4 days a week, you're going to get 3,000 gold. That would be my approach. And then if you want to buy the Mastery Pass in the store, so let's see here. Where would it be? Mastery Pass. Oh, this thing. So it's 3,400 gold, and let me just tell you, it's $20. All right, it's $20. So and you're like, how do you know that? Well, it just makes sense, right? So to get 3,400 gems is $20. What is this? It's $20. I mean, it is what it is. And so if people can squeeze out the money, because if you look at your mastery here, we're on number 37. Here's another thing. With Theros Beyond Death, if you open up the Mastery Pass, you got 800 gems, which would give you Yeah, you had 800 gems. It was like 4,000 gold. And I think in that video, actually, I break it down. And you got 10 mythic rares. Now, understand, these aren't wild cards. They just randomly select 10 mythic rares. And half of them probably are not going to be the ones that you would like. You know what I mean? They're going to be like a wonky mythic rare. But you do get... The one thing about the Mastery Pass is typically you get about 20 booster packs. So do you see what I'm saying? So when you get the Mastery Pass, not only do you get... So you can open up those booster packs and go towards your rewards. So I'd probably say if you're willing to spend money on MTG Arena, the cheapest way, like the cheapest way, is to open up that Mastery Pass. If you can. If you can't, then you can't. You know what I mean? Then you just go back to what I said. But that's probably the cheapest, effective way if you're going to put a little bit of money into into it on MTG Arena. That's probably the one way. But again, yeah, I'm waiting on a friend to lend me the money. Yeah, I mean, I wish they had erased student debt, you know? That'd be great on the next bill that goes through. The next $1,300 stimulus bill that's going to be pushed through. Why does it have 1,300 pages? But yeah, so those are some ways. And then right here, let me just do... Wow, that was quick. Alright. Oh no! I want to play ranked. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry to do this to this opponent, but we want to play ranked. Alright, we'll let it go. But I mean, I wanted to play a ranked match. I was going to play with a gruul deck. That thing. Alright. Oh, the chest. Okay, so how the vault progress works. So let me see here. Let me bring this guy down. So, Raphael, are you familiar with the vault progress? Or are you not familiar with the vault progress? Birth of Meletus. So, how vault progress works... that chest that I had... I can show you after this match really quick. This match shouldn't take that long. Okay, so he's playing with he's playing with the #1 deck, Teamer Fires. Well, we're gonna beat this deck really quick, so I don't care. That's the dreaded Embercleave attack. But I'll show you after this match. I'm playing the, was it best of 3? Oh. Alright. Okay, I'll show you after this match. So,
I have just the trick for this.
If you hit 100% on your vault progress, yeah, he's done. We made the #1 deck just quit. All right. People don't play with Fry. It can't be countered. It deals 5 damage to target white or blue planeswalker or creature. So it just gets rid of their nomad, their teferi, their Narset. So I'm going to board out this, bring in Shifting Ceratops. Because Shifting Ceratops, it can't be countered. It's got protection from blue. Domri's Ambush is a beast. You put a +1/+1 to counter target creature you control. That creature deals damage. The important part of that text is it deals damage, not it fights. So your creature will not die. It deals damage to target creature planeswalker. So this is what I'm going with. I don't have to really sideboard much. They do have fires. I did have Return to Nature, but we'll just see. Alright, so not as a good hand. but we'll play it. He goes first. Yes, sir. Drop the Edgewall Innkeeper. All right. And I do have footage. I did beat the 134th best player on MTG. No joke. I just haven't uploaded it yet. Okay. And we beat one of the team members, the developers of Arena. I'm just trying to upload it in a way that's respectful, so... Alright. Fires? Of course, they always have it. Give them 4 turns and they have it, even an 80-card deck. Shadow Sky? Yep. Alright, so... let's do this. Nope, we'll give him haste. Nope, drop that down. This is where Domri's Ambush comes into play, really big. He'll get his land, he'll drop it down, he can cast anything, Cavalier Flames, Macrosage. Oh. That. Alright, this game might be a little rough. We'll take 2 damage because we like pain. Attack for 1, like our humble naturalist. Oh boy. It's gonna be a rough one. Well, if we draw into Embercleave, I want the mana, so... If they can top deck Fires and 80 cards, we can get Embercleave. Come on, Embercleave. No. Okay, so he's gonna minus. He's gonna kill this creature and get Agent of Treachery. He's gonna get free. He's gonna get free cast. He's gonna get free casting out of his deck, and then he's gonna drop this down, flicker everything, and then he's gonna get, because he got free casting from his hand. This is what makes the deck so hard. They got free searching in their library, free casting from their hand. It's just, look, see, everything flickers. So that, people will say, why is this the top deck? Yeah, because they have free casting from their hand, free searching in their library, free retrieval on the 3 where it says return target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and then you can't take this out of their hand because it's in the exile zone. So it's a pretty hard deck. So he's gonna fetch for another Agent of Treachery, so this is really hard. He's got the game for sure. Then all you need is Teferi Time Raveler to bounce this back to your hand, and then have like infinite flick. This is why it's the top deck. If, like, this is the reason. So he's gonna minus this, get another Agent of Treachery. Well, or just cast it for free out of your hand, whichever one comes first. See, it's all free casting from your library, from your hand. Which then allows you to have great top decks, because if everything's free casting, you can use a scry land, just a scry 2, and it, you know, you're not penalized for it. So this is a game where I just say good game. And again, you cannot blame a player for playing the deck. I think a lot of people get upset with the player. You can't. The cards are there. And I don't think the maker of these cards had a bad intention. I just think the the rate in which you can get fires in an 80 card deck, because this is very limiting, right? I mean, you have to play an 80 card deck to play with this companion to make this deck function. So, but to get fires every time on turn 4 in an 80 card deck, that's really hard in 60. So that's I think that's the thing that might need fixed. I don't think
My vengeance will continue another day.
But the deck is absolutely golden. And there's Sharknado. And see, they just get it right back.
Call me a piranha because they feed my
So good game. Alright, so our sideboard, and look at our sideboard. So it's kind of like, what do we pick? Okay, so this is where I go Domri's Ambush isn't as great, and we're just boarding in 3 Return to Natures, and maybe we'll leave in 1 Domri's Ambush. I mean, mathematically, our 3 Return to Nature, we should be able to get our Return to Nature in a 60 card deck much faster than get fires in an 80 card deck. Under so let's see, Fry would be good. So is Domri's Ambush. Let's do Fry. Alright, let's line up and do it. Play first. Yikes. I'll hopefully top deck. Only reason why I kept the hand. And mana. Alright. I mean, the card is restrictive. It's very restrictive. More land? Alright. Alright, so he's got board wipes in there. So let's just do this. Let's cast this guy out. Temple of Meletus. Alright. So our guy's struggling with the mana there. Oh. Glass Casket. More land. Alright, well. One, two, three, four, 5, 8 land to 8 land to 3 spells. Okay. Yep. Oh, more land. There's only 24 in the deck. Okay. Okay. Yep. So he scries 2, draws a card. Pretty good card. I'm gonna see. Of course, Norset. Alright. He'll negate for 2. He's trying to fetch for fires. He's fetching. Oh, okay. Alright. Anything but land. Nope. It's still land. I can't explain it. Alright.
Meditate and prepare.
Yeah, he's fetching for fires. Wouldn't that be crazy if we just top deck like 8 land in a row? Yeah. Take a 1/1. Take a land. Well, we have plenty of that. What? This has to be a glitch. We've had, okay, 1, 2, 3, plus the land that he stole, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11 mana to 3 spells. Alright. See, we've went through 25% of our deck, but we've drawn like almost half the land, so that's weird. Alright. Yep. But yeah, so vault progress, if you get 100% vault progress, you get yeah, he'll take it back. So he's just gonna flicker everything.
Beyond the veil of reality, I lost.
So I guess he would steal my love struck. I would steal my love struck beast. Alright. He's gonna take one of my land. Okay. We have plenty of that. Do we get like... I just want to... What is going on? We have 28 creatures in the deck.
Thoughtfulness before action.
But yeah, so if you get 100% vault progress, you get two free... You get 2 free rare wild cards, 1 mythic rare wild card, and 3 uncommon wild cards. And yeah. So this game should be ending pretty quickly. %, 28 creatures. Okay. Okay, so he's gonna minus one of these creatures. He's just gonna keep on taking our land. Watch, he's gonna minus this, kill that, bring in Agent Treachery, free cast it in, take my red mana, take my red mana. There's nothing that I could... Do we get mana? He stole all of our lands. Oh my gosh. Okay, I was joking at first, but like this is... We've only been through 16 cards of our deck. Let's see, he stole 1, 2, 3, 4 of our lands. No, he stole 1, 2. Alright, this is weird. They're like, you know what? You beat us so good game 1, we're not gonna... Fires will never lose. I'm just joking. Before I die... I want to feel like I just did something this game. Kill. It doesn't really matter. Just kill that. We have 28. This is weird. All right, let's just take the damage. Pass. Good game. Oh. That would have been funny. If I could live longer, I would have kept on top. Okay, let's get to the vault. That was weird. That guy, okay. Alright, so you have your vault progress, right? So your vault progress contains 1 mythic rare, 2 rare wild cards, and 3 uncommon wild cards. Yeah, we lost pretty bad, Raphael. That was a bad. We top decked so much. I can't explain that. Yeah, but as far as vault progress goes, so you have 1 mythic rare, 2 rares, and 3 uncommons, and so how that works is that since you can't trade anything on MTG Online or MTG Arena, not to confuse it with MTG Online because those are 2 separate platforms, but MTG Arena, so if you get like here, let me just like buy a booster pack to kind of show you, right? Again, I go over this in very detail in the video. So again, we're at 1,000. You know, the 25% off is now gone. But so we'll do that. We'll claim it. And so watch, my vault progress is 44. There's nothing on this, but I figured it out because I've studied the numbers enough. So I have 2.6%, right? So 44. I've only had 6 hours of sleep in 2 days, so let me. Okay, 2.6%. Okay. And watch, that number is going to jump. So 44.2, what did I say, 0.26? So it literally jumped up 0.8%. Right? So once you hit 100% vault progress, you can open up this box and get 1 mythic rare, 2 rare wild cards, and 3 uncommon wild cards. That's at 100% vault progress. That's when you can do it. Now, how do you get to those percentages? Like, how do you get to 100%? Well, there's no, like, rule book on this, but I figured it out. So, for every common beyond 1, so, like, these are all commons, right? So, these are all commons. So, for each playset that you have, so for each one that you open in a booster pack or that you draft, beyond your playset that you have, so say you have 4 coordinated charges, and you open up this booster pack, you will get not 1%, but you'll get 0.1% for every common that you have beyond a playset that you open. Okay? So, for a great example, in this booster pack, if I had a playset of this, a playset of this, and a playset of this, I would get 0.1%, 0.1%, 0.1%. So I'd have a total of 0.3% towards my vault progress. The uncommons, if you have more than a playset of the uncommons, you get 0.3%. And then for rares, if you have beyond a playset, it's 0.5%. But as you can see in drafts like mine, when you have beyond a playset, they'll give you 20 gems instead. So that's kind of how you get to the vault progress. So that's kind of the overall thing. Let's see what our rare is. Genesis Ultimatum. Okay. But again, if you look at that 50 booster pack opening, I go over that in a lot of detail. I think I spent quite some time on that. So I check out that video definitely if you're asking those types of questions. But yeah, that's the vault progress. That's what happened. So again, you'll get credit towards vault progress for drafting, and you'll get credit for opening up booster packs equally. So there's no advantage to drafting or opening up booster packs when it comes to your vault progress. It's equal. It's just a matter of what you have in your collection already and what you happen to open. So anything beyond a playset, again, on the common level, you'll get 0.1%. Not 1%, but 0.1%. And then uncommons 0.3%. And that's kind of how it works in a nutshell. Right? So you can see right here, I have 11 mythic rare wild cards, 32 rare wild cards, 211 uncommons. So I can get any 32 rares, any 11 mythic rares. So like, I've done all the math. I'm just weird like that. I just pay attention to all the details and stuff like that. I've been keeping track of this thing for quite some time, and that's the reason why I haven't even opened up the vault progress. Oh, the ultimatum. Yeah, I think the ultimatum's pretty crazy. If you can get it off. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. As far as that goes. But that's kind of like your vault progress. So that's what I always tell people, like, having a nice balance between trying, like, because I think most Magic the Gathering players, is just my opinion, like I'd say maybe 70%, they want to have fun. And I don't know, I said this, there's another, I had a 11.5-hour live stream, and I don't know why it lasted 11.5 hours, but people were asking me a lot of questions in that live stream, and I think I said it, I worded something a certain way, and it hit home for 2 subscribers that were asking questions. And I said, they said, how do you get the mythic status, and how do you, and there's not one answer to it, because like you have to. So like I think 70% of Magic the Gathering players, they want to have fun. They want to have fun, but be semi-competitive. It's kind of like watching a football team, right? If you have a favorite football team, basketball team, baseball team. If you watch your team and they never win, you're not going to watch them anymore because there's no suspense. It's like watching a movie and you already know it's ending. You know what I mean? When you walk into the movie theater, you're paying somebody to watch something that's fake. Right? I mean, if you look at it at the psychological level, that's what you're doing. I mean, you're walking in and you're paying for something that's completely fictional. And you know that predetermined, but yet you're willing to spend $10-11 on a ticket, overpay for popcorn and drinks. So it's like, maybe like $30 if you're bringing you and like a date or something like that. It's going to be like $30 easy, right? To watch something that's completely fake and it's over in an hour and a half to 2 hours. Well, so like sometimes like, so at the psychological level, so building a collection, it's kind of like, so I think what I'm going to keep this really short because I'm going over my words here. I think 70% of the Magic the Gathering players want to play and have fun, so casual play, but be semi-competitive. And so you want to play for fun, but win a little bit, psychologically. Because if, just like a football team or a baseball team, if you keep on watching your favorite team and all they do is lose, you're not going to want to watch them anymore. It's not that you don't like the team, it's just there's no suspense. You know the end result like a movie. Right? So I think 70% of the players like that. So I like to help people. So if you notice at the beginning of the month, I'll play with decks that are like a little bit easy. Like I kind of have fun. Then like towards like the middle, towards the end of the month, I get a little bit more serious. Because that's when I try to get a little bit more competitive, right? And what I realize is that a lot of people like to be semi-competitive within the game of Magic the Gathering, but they also want to be casual. I'm not speaking for everybody, I'm just saying that's what I think. And so, therefore, you know, like deck 76 was our gruul deck right here. Deck 107's Teamer Adventure. I should probably name the decks, but like I do right here. To take it to the next level, so here's a deck. If you haven't checked it out, it should be easy on the collection. This is actually called a Sun deck. Man, I played in too many drafts. Wow, I played in way too many drafts. Okay. But, so... Okay, so this Sun deck... It's kind of an easy build. If you're playing the best of one... So what I'm trying to get at is each meta... So, like the gold status... What is it? Gold, silver... Oh. Like... Bronze... Silver, gold, platinum, diamond, then mythic, right? There's not one deck that I play with that gets me to mythic tier 1 ranking in playing the top 200, top 300 players. There's not one deck that gets me there. Each ranking has a different meta. And I worded that in a live stream that's 11 and a half hours. And that hit home with a lot of people. I said each ranking has a different meta to it. That's why if you play with a deck and it does well, say in gold status, and then you get the platinum status and the deck just is a dud, you're like, wow, how did this deck do good versus lesser comp? It's because each meta, it changes. Because you have a different type of player and people have built up their collections. Now, the reason why Fires of Intervention is so heavily run, besides it being just a really good deck, Fires of Interventions came out in Eldraine, right? It was an Eldraine card. And so, people have had time to build that deck up, because it's been around for... Eldraine came out September 29th, so it's been a long time. So that deck has had a lot of time to build that collection up. So a lot of people could have those decks, per se. So I don't know if that's helpful, but that's also a thing, too. I don't think people realize that there's... So I like to help people go from just being drafting to getting them to the point where they're playing casually but semi-competitive. Because I think that's 70%. And I try to come up with solutions instead of excuses, right? Because, like, I can talk about Fires of Intervention all day long and say, okay, whatever. But it's in the game. It doesn't matter. So you just approach it as in, it's in the game. How do you deal with it in that sideboard? But in the best of one, because that also determines your play, too. Are you playing the best of one, the best of three? This is a deck that you can look at. And I actually have the deck. It's called the Sunlight deck. And does well versus red deck wins, because it's a light theme deck. It's like it's got Sun's Heart. I just made it like a theme deck, so it's kind of fun to play with. Blessed by the Sun, all that glitters. And if you see the deck, I mean, honestly, this is uncommon. This is just a normal rare. This is, of course, is a mythic rare. But I mean, honestly, this is uncommon. That's uncommon. That's uncommon. That's uncommon. That's common. That's common. That's uncommon. I mean, okay, so this is mythic. This is a rare. This is not a mythic rare. It's mythic. It's regular rare. So this deck can be easily built. And the whole premise is that the curve is 2.4. You have 24 creatures. You have 12 non-creatures. And so basically, I call this the 40-40-20 rule. 40-40-20. So that means 24, you have 24 lands in the deck. Notice right here, 24. They have 24 creatures. The curve's 2.4. And you're like, that looks like a pattern. 2.4, 24, 24. Okay, so I told you I'm very weird with numbers. So I call it the 40-40. When I used to, I'm getting back into bodybuilding, but when I would bodybuild, I'd break down my calories, and then I'd break down the percentage of calories in my diet. So like 45% of carbs would come from my diet, 25% protein, 30% fat. Then you have to convert the calories into grams, right? So like for every gram of fat, there's 9 calories. So you have to do those conversions. Well, with Magic the Gathering decks, when I have them built, they're built for you. I've done all the math for you. So trust me, when it comes to math, I'm a stickler on that. So when it comes to math, I call it the 40-40-20, and it's an easy follow. Is that if you have 24 creatures in your deck and 24 land, that's 40% of your deck. So 40% of your deck will be lands, 40% of your deck will be creatures, and then 20% of your deck will be spells. So I call it the 40-40-20. I just made that up. It's not a thing. That's what I did. So in all that glitters, of course, if you don't know, enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact or enchantment you control. So there's 19 enchantments in the deck. So, and you have a creature enchantment right here. It's enchantment in itself. Daxos, it's a creature, but it's an enchantment. It's a creature enchantment. Haloid is enchantment, but it's a creature enchantment. So you start to add up all that glitters for every enchantment you control. Put +1/+1. So it's a fun deck to play with. And there's a lot of life gain involved into it. So every single time you gain a life, you put a +1/+1 counter on a Johnny's Pride Maid. Well, you just look at the deck. Whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield or dies, gain 1 life. Then, lifelink, a 1/1 lifelinker. With all the big creatures in the format, this can't be blocked by a creature power 3 or greater. Well, if you have all that glitters on this thing can turn into like a 7/7, 8/8 lifelinker pretty quickly, and they can't block it because they have all these massive Ikoria creatures. So then Banishing Light just gets rid of at 3, gets rid of a lot. And so, and this deck has 24 creatures, but it has a lot more because this Planeswalker can pump out creatures. And then Oketra, whenever you cast a creature, you create a 4/4 zombie. So this can really pump out a lot of creatures more than what the deck actually contains. So it's kind of a little bit weird. And this card, Bonder's Enclave for Ikoria, it's just so underrated. You draw a card, and you activate it if you have a creature 4 or greater. Well, guess what? In this format, it's almost hard not to have a creature 4 or greater. So it's just kind of a fun deck anyway. But I hope that helped you out. But I'd really check out that video if you're still there, Raphael. I would check out the one that I do with 50 booster packs. I'd really check out that. That video, because I do break down the vault progress and I break down everything pretty much in detail. And then you get to see 50 booster packs open. I mean, so anyway, guys, that's going to be it. So I'm going to shut down the stream. I should be back tomorrow opening up booster packs, so feel free to subscribe if you haven't. And if you are subscribed, feel free just to drop a like. It's like I said, it helps out the video. So anyway, again, I'll be opening up booster boxes of Ikoria. And then we'll also get into some ranked gameplay. So we're going to get into some ranked gameplay and kind of focus on that, getting a little bit away from the drafts. I might draft 1 or 2 more, but that's it. But anyway, thanks for watching. And again, okay, Raphael, yeah. Yeah, I definitely checked that out. Yep, so thanks for all the new subscribers. And, yeah, so again, Feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. All right, I'm going to end the live stream. Have a good day, and guys, be safe. That's the one thing that I want you to do. And I'm going to end on this little note here. And here's the thing that I just want to really address. I know it's the end of the stream, but honestly, with everybody going back in, and again, I just really want to take some time to, again, to appreciate the healthcare workers, the nurses, the STNAs. We talk so much about, but we don't talk about the cashiers, respiratory therapists, the doctors of osteopathy, the medical doctors, occupational therapists, occupational therapist assistants that go into homes, home health care. Typically, that's their demographic, is OTAs. That's the one demographic they work in. And nurses deserve every bit of credit, but we don't talk about all the others. And the cashiers, I know where I live, we've had more cashiers fall to COVID than healthcare workers, and they don't have protective equipment. They are handling cash. They are handling people's product all the time, and so the cashiers at your Dollar General, the cashiers at your Walmart and Target, do you see them with protective equipment on? You didn't. Do you see them surrounded by doctors to help them out if they do get sick or to catch their symptoms early? No, you don't. The testing. Are they being tested a lot? Probably not. So it's to take time to appreciate even the people that just stay home. It's a hard time. And that's the reason why I'm giving out free codes. Now, I will do this for subscribers going forward, but I want you guys to... I understand economics is really hard right now. You know, I just know some people that just got their unemployment just now. I have a relative it just happened to. So it literally took them like, 2 months? So it's... I'm not going to get into politics and all that type of stuff because I'm sponsored by Wizards. I'm not getting into that. I'm not a drama channel. It's not an MTG drama channel. What I'm trying to address is solutions and appreciate things. So if you notice a lot of my videos, I look for solutions and not excuses. That's what I look for. If you type in the word top 8 inside of my channel, you'll find I take on the top 8 decks. Why do I do that? Because I just want to come up with solutions. But in the meantime, as we're going through this, just take a few moments to appreciate the nurses, the STNAs, the respiratory therapists, the DOs, the MDs, the janitors, the drivers, and those who stayed home. And thank you for watching the stream. Again, subscribe and like the video if you haven't, and share if you want to. And you just also follow me on Twitch and all the other platforms. All right, thanks for watching.